I never thought I'd end up working in a mannequin warehouse. It wasn't the kind of job I pictured myself doing at 32. But when everything else falls apart, and trust me, everything did, you take what you can get. They told me it was simple work. Night shift, no customers, no boss watching over me. Just inventory some display models, move them around, mark things off on an old clipboard with faded print. The building was on the edge of town, a block of concrete stained with dampness, full of long corridors and high ceilings that groaned whenever the wind blew, as if the place resented still being upright. The elevator didn't work. The lights flickered. And I loved it. I liked the solitude, the silence. No one talked to me. No one judged me. And they were there. At first, they didn't bother me. They were just figures. Hollow plastic, faceless forms. Some whole, some missing limbs, like discarded relics from some silent, forgotten war. But soon I noticed something. One night, I left a headless mannequin in the far corner, right next to a steel door no one ever used. When I came back later, it had turned, just a few degrees, but enough for its shoulders to face me, as if it were watching. I figured I'd moved it without realizing. Laughed it off, nervous. Thought I was tired, sleep-deprived, until it happened again. And again, the movements were small but constant. One model that was against the wall would appear closer to the central aisle. Another, which I remembered lying on the floor, now stood upright. I started writing everything down. Positions, orientations, counts. I even took photos with my phone. I compared. I verified. One night, I counted 14 mannequins in Section B3. I went to get a coffee. When I came back, there were 15. I laughed, counted again. 15. The next day, 16. So I marked them. I grabbed a red marker and placed a dot on each of their chests, just to keep track, just to be sure. But a few nights later, I found one without a mark. And then another. One even had the red on its back. That's when I started hearing them. Not always. Only between 2 o'clock and 3 a.m., when the air thickens and the silence feels heavier than sound. At first, it was just creaking, like old wood. But then I recognized it. Footsteps. Slow. Shuffling. Like something moving clumsily, without bones, without rhythm. One night, I built up the courage. Took a flashlight and a metal pipe. Searched the entire floor. Nothing. Just the mannequins. Motionless. Silent. Although, I could swear one of them had its arm raised. That night, I had a dream. They stood in the center of the warehouse, forming a perfect circle. I was in the middle. They didn't speak, but their mouths, which didn't exist, opened and closed as if they were whispering, repeating my name. Their plastic skin crackled like brittle branches with every slight motion. I woke up breathless, soaked in sweat, with the overwhelming feeling that someone or something had been standing by my bed. I tried to quit. My boss called me, said they couldn't replace me, that the models were used to me. That phrase stuck in my mind like a splinter under my skin. Used to me. The last night I worked there, I found a new mannequin. It stood in the main aisle. I had never seen it before. It wore clothes. My clothes. Same shirt. Same pants. And on its chest, a red dot. But it wasn't marker. It was thicker, dried, dark, like paint or something else. I got closer. The figure was identical to me. Same height, same posture, same shoes. My knees went weak. Its face, though smooth, had something different. A subtle indentation where the mouth should be. A curve, a smile. I ran, left the building. Never came back. Never collected my final check. Never talked about it again. I moved to another city. Changed my number. Threw away the phone with the photos. I couldn't bring myself to look at them. 3 weeks have passed. For the last 3 nights, someone knocks at my door. Always at 3:13 a.m. 3 knocks. Long silences between each. I look through the peephole. No one's there. Just a long, faceless silhouette at the far end of the hallway, under the broken light. Today, I found something on my doorstep. A mannequin hand. And tonight, they didn't knock. I only heard the doorknob turning. From the inside,